Fake news, fake news, fake news. We keep hearing about it. People keep talking about it. Is it a real thing or is it not? Whatever it is, we're going to talk about it. So stay tuned. What's going on, folks? It's your boy, Javier Javier with the Javier Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. Man, we finna get into it, but before we do, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. If you're new to the Hobby Lobby, go ahead, join, support the show, and we're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you can help out with that, highly appreciate it. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Fake news, the media, and exactly what's going on with this whole idea about fake news. Is the media reliable? Should we be able to trust the media? And I'm under the impression right now, because I'm not going to beat around the bush too long, I'm under the impression right now that the media is killing democracy. And when I say the media is killing democracy, I think the media is fundamental to a free country, because the media is the ones who investigate and report to the public about what's going on with our government, what's going on around the world, what's going on with other citizens. What's the deal? How do you get your information? How do you make informed, intelligent decisions if your information is not correct? Now, fake news doesn't have to be that you're getting incorrect information. You could be getting the proper information, but sometimes it's with a little spin on it. Sometimes it depends on how you word what you're talking about, determines how people receive what it is that you're taking in. For example, you can ask two separate questions on a survey, and they could be a question about the same exact thing, but depending on how you word it, determines whether or not how people answer the question. So with that being said, the media is well known, I think, amongst a lot of us, and I don't care if you're on the right or the left. I've talked to people on different sides of the political spectrum. We all agree that the media is biased. The media has their own agenda. So what does that mean for America? What does that mean for our country? And what does that mean for the people who really want to make informed decisions when they go into that booth and hit that vote? Like, what does it really mean? How do you make an informed decision if your information is skewed or incorrect? Now, there's this big thing going on right now where everybody believes that conservatives, especially Trump supporters, believe that all the news is fake, that the media is biased and fake, so therefore you can't trust them. But there's also a lot of people on the left who thinks, okay, Fox News, you're fake, you're biased, you're conservative, can't trust you. You get all your information from Fox News. Fox News is pushing out propaganda. Look, it doesn't matter where you get your news from. In a sense, we need to be able to trust the information that we're receiving from the media. How do we ensure that that's what's happening? Should we have a media that reports on the media? But with that being said, I'm just trying to get to the root of the question, because democracy is good if you can keep it. And the only way to keep it is for the citizens to be informed and educated about these issues and situations. That's one of the biggest problems I have with the education system. The education system is ran by the government. Public schools are going to teach your kids how to be workers. Now, of course, we need workers in society. There's nothing wrong with being a worker. There's nothing wrong with taking pride in flipping burgers or mowing lawns or driving trucks. Whatever it is your thing is, everything ain't for everybody. But with that being said, how many public schools are teaching people how to manage and budget? How many public schools are teaching kids how to save and how to open up bank accounts and how to get interest rates and, all these important things that we're going to deal with in society and about taxes? Now, look, I'm not shifting the blame on the public schools. I think a lot of this can be done at home where parents can teach their kids about a lot of these things, which a lot of parents do, and more power to you. But with that being said, if you're dependent solely on the public schools to teach your child to grow up and become very, very successful, I don't really think that's the best place for them to go and get it. I think you could get the fundamentals there, but I think you're going to have to branch out and find that information elsewhere. With that being said, good thing we got the internet. But back to the media, because I just went off on a little tangent, forgive me. But I do that sometimes. But with that being said, the media is intentionally wording things a certain way, sometimes outright lying or getting their information from a completely unreliable source, or they're just talking about so-and-so tweeted, and that's news. Sometimes you could be a person who said the wrong thing, and you are nobody, and they will go investigate your entire life just to discredit you and make sure that whatever it is you said is not credible, therefore that people won't really receive that the person had a good point. Sometimes it doesn't matter who the messenger is. Sometimes the messenger just has the right message. So with that being said, how do we trust our media? How do we get back to a place where the media is trusted? Because we need the media. Be under no illusion that you think that we can operate in society on a certain democratic level where people can actually make informed decisions without those out there asking the hard questions, those out there making sure that we're getting information that's very, very vital to our informed decisions. In order to say you like Trump or not like Trump, in order to say that you like Hillary Clinton or not like Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders, it's all really based on what you see on television. I mean, of course you can go to a rally and you can see these people speak, but majority of the time you're getting your information from a second source or a third party, for instance. And for a majority of us, it may be the news. Even if you just watch a clip on YouTube, or whether you watch it at home on your television, blown up, and you're watching CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, doesn't matter. Most of us get our information on what we see about our politicians and what we see about what's going on in the world through the media. And it's not reliable. We shouldn't live in a day and age where people are pitting each other against one another, or I'm saying, well, this news media is for this side of the fence, or this news media is for that side of the fence. Why should we be on that level of thinking in 2020? Shouldn't we all agree that every media source should be reporting information as is without political biases? Or what about opinion pieces? Of course, I get that there are a lot of opinion people out there who write opinion pieces on Donald Trump or Joe Biden or this law or this policy. It's cool. We understand that. But how many people are going out of their way to make it very, very clear to their listeners and their viewers that there are opinion pieces? How many people are not just putting statements up there for clickbait to get certain views, or people just coming in traffic? And most people don't even read those articles all the way. You might read the first paragraph or second paragraph, and then you might just cut it off. Or you might just agree with the sentence that they put at the top of the headline, and you didn't investigate any further. And then those same people will go to social media, repost that article, and don't even realize that if you skip down to the fourth paragraph, they'll give you a little piece of information that say, well, we don't know this to be factual, but we have a good hunch, or we don't know this to be true, or there's a counter argument out there that you don't even realize because they stuck it way down in the article, therefore to cover their own behinds. So if somebody calls them out on it, they can say, oh, well, you didn't read all the way down here. We had it right there. But they understand that most of us are not fully reading and taking in all the information. This is not a political bias video right here. This is not about what side of the fence you're on. I think this is something that applies to all of us because we all want to make informed decisions. And I know there's a sense on one side of the fence where they think everybody on this side is misled or ignorant or purposely ignoring the facts. And then the other side thinks the same thing about the other side. And I'm trying to understand, I don't think most people want to be misled. I don't think most people want to have inaccurate information. Then we got to talk about the social media and about how much information is out there and counter arguments. You can literally be debating somebody and they can go find an article that supports one issue, and you can go find a complete opposite argument that discredits their article, and we're trying to figure out who's right and who's wrong. Sometimes I think too much information could be a bad thing, but I'm all about accurate information. And we should depend on our media to give us facts, to be fair, to be balanced, to give us what really happened without their biased opinion on trying to discredit a certain politician or discredit a certain side of the political fence. It's madness. It doesn't make sense, and it's destroying us. It's this clickbait. We need viewership. And I understand we live in a day and age where media doesn't have the same outlet that they used to. Like social media, the internet is kind of destroying the viewership of the media. And therefore, they're doing all this extra stuff to get clickbait and get attention. And it's their business model that may be causing this flaw in the system, but it's crucial, it's vital. And sometimes it may just mean that the media needs to go out of business. Sometimes it could just be we need alternative sources of information. Maybe I'll get my news media from YouTube from now on. Maybe there's a guy out there doing his own independent journaling. He's going out there, he's getting the information, he's bringing it straight to you through YouTube, not a big corporation or company or news outlet like it used to be. And that's fine. I understand companies don't want to go out of business, but are you really willing to risk the fate of the country and polarize us and divide us just so that you can get clickbait, just so you can stay relevant, just so people will view your channel? It's unpatriotic. And I understand we all want to make $1. And then you have to weigh this whole making $1 versus doing what's right for your country. And this can be applied to corporations as well. But I'm not going to get all over the place with this topic. I know I've been rambling on, and it's so much more that needs to be said. And I can say a lot about a lot of these issues that I talk about. But I want to hear back from you because this is a journey. I want to hear what you think, whether you think the news media is fake or if you think the news media is on our side. Some outlets are giving us accurate information and some are just being biased. What do you think? And I already know what a lot of you think. But with that being said, once again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below, support the show, join the Hobby Lobby today. And if you hit that bell down there, you will get notified of all future videos. Help me reach that 1,000 subscribers. So with that being said, once again, you came, you heard, and you saw. Now run, tell them I said it. And if they ask me by name, make sure you say it twice. This is the Javier Javier Show.